All right, guys, you ready for another class? Today's class is Describe What You See. The whole purpose of this class is to get you guys describing things with more detail, with more clarity. I'll give each of you about a minute to describe the image that I'm going to show you. So here's our first set of images. So you can see we have a house here. So I'll start with Omar.
Yes.
And Omar, what I would like you to do is I'll give you a minute to describe the image that you see there. When the minute is up, you will hear this sound. Okay, yep, there we go, set it. All right, so go ahead, you've got a minute. Omar, go ahead and describe the image that you see there.
Yes. I see a house, and in front of the house I see a grant, and I see a nice house. I cannot see the house in my country. I think it's in Europe or in USA. Or there is trees in the front of the house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in this image here, you're right, we do see a house. But if I was blind, I'd have no idea what color it is, how big it is, where it is. And that's what I want to try and get all of you guys thinking here. So here we have an older classic brick house, a large brick house that has what looks to be a large car garage. On a large lot, we see a well-manicured lawn. The grass is green. The trees have green leaves. It looks like it's summer. It looks like it's somewhere in the northern hemisphere because of the types of trees. They're not too tall, but we don't see a lot of evergreens either. And we can see leading up to the front door, we have some sculptured bushes and a satellite dish on the side of the house. The roof has a gray tile, and the windows have black shutters beside them. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I want you guys to just provide as much detail as you can, get in the practice of that. And I don't care if it takes you guys a lot of time. I'd rather you take your time and be as descriptive as you can. All right, beside Omar, we have a Russian gentleman. I can't read Russian, so I don't know your name. But would you like to describe the image that we see there? All right, well, I don't know your name, and you're not speaking, so I will go on to the next student then. Hello, V.
Hello, nice to see you again, Simon.
Nice to see you again. I'm glad you could make it this morning, or this evening.
My evening.
Yes. Well, V, I've got a picture here shared up on the screen, and I would like you to take a minute to describe it. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Okay. There is a small house in the middle of the forest, and I can see a journey. I don't know what it is, but that is the thing the small come out from, and there are some trees, some bushes around it, and it looks very original. It's like there is no hands of the people to take care of that for a long time, and the weather is really nice because there is no clouds in the sky, and there is the grasses on the ground. It is like that people didn't cut grass for some weeks or whatever, and I think this is the house for people to live, to stay for some days.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, it's what we would consider a rather run-down house, not in the best of shape.
Run
Okay,
down, can you write down the word? I didn't know that.
excellent. All right, next we have Tzak. Tzak, could you describe this image, please? Tzak? All right, then we'll go to Salvatore. Salvatore, could you describe this house, please?
Okay. Hi. Hello, Simon.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Okay. In this picture, I can see a big house where there are a lot of windows, and I can see only one door. Probably is getting darker because the day is ended. It is probably it was a sunny day because the sky is free for is free for rain, and there are a cut yard, and I can see one small tree.
Excellent, yeah. So a very different house we see here. So it doesn't look like it's going to rain, but it's still cloudy. It's overcast.
Cloudy, yes.
Okay, I'm going to leave the same house up because I think there's still more to describe there. Rebecca.
Yes.
Hi, Rebecca. Could you describe the house and add some more detail that Salvatore might have missed?
The house is made of stones,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with different roofs, which make her a nice house. You know, the design is very nice. Windows are big, and I guess light can get in through those big windows. So is I think is very bright inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my idea, I'm not sure, but I think behind the house there's an ocean. You know, it looks like that. I'm not sure. And all the lights are off. Are on. Sorry, are on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no. Yeah, so annoying.
Thank you very much. So yeah, and that's very good to pick up the lighting. Now, as we go and do this more, I want you guys to think of like you're reading a novel. And so my attempt to describe this house would be, we can see a modern home that was recently built, probably within the last 5 years. The setting is dawn. We can see that the sun is setting behind the house with light but threatening clouds in the distance. The grass is green leading up to the house with a walkway. The front of the house, the first half, is covered with natural stone, and the rest of it is with stucco. On the second story, we can see another window that is covered on the outside of the window frame with stone as well, with high arches. Windows come in various sizes with lattice covering it. Shutters to the side of some. On the downstairs, we can see very wide and large windows. The front doors are also made of windows. And the steps leading up to the front door are very welcoming, with pillars along the side. The light is soft, it's warm, it's yellow. It looks like this house is being shown, or they're expecting company because all the lights are on, both inside and outside. All right. Now, I'm showing off a little bit, but I've been reading a lot of books lately, so I'm used to imagining what things look like if I'm blind, because when you read a book, you don't see pictures. You build an image in your mind, and that's what I want you guys to do for us. Look at the image and imagine we're blind. Describe it to us. All right, Natasha, it's your turn, and we've got this wonderful structure here. Could you describe the photo for us and what you see?
Okay, I'll try. On this picture, we can see a house with like a nest because it is between trees. I mean, in something in forest. Its house is small, and there are some windows in walls. On a balcony, like a porch, we can see two bowls with flowers, and under the floor, under the pot of this house, we see a grand land. Land with trees and grasses. It's something in forest. It's like a big house, and I don't think that this house people can use for their living there.
No, I would definitely say that this house is more like a
Yeah?
cabin, a place
Cabin.
where you can enjoy the sunset.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right, very
Sunset
good.
and maybe sunrise too, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. All right, well, Carlos, it's your turn. Would you like to describe this house for us?
Yeah, sure. I see a classical English house, could be, with typical red color. I think the red color is for the material which made it. There are two garages, so you can get inside two cars, I think. The windows and the door are white. There is a small garden in front of the house, and there are some trees in the back of the house. For something special reason, I think there is nothing, no one inside, because I can't see lights turn on. From the garage, the door garage are closed, and could be into a village, could be.
Thank you. So well done. We would actually call the garage a two-door garage. If there was three, we'd call it simply a three-door garage. The color of the brick of the house, it was good. It's red, but we would actually say a red brick house. Okay, so those are the only changes I would make. And that driveway is actually made with concrete. I don't know if you can tell. Whoa. Oh, going too far here. Okay, so well done, Carlos. Okay, and next we have Aka. Hello, Aka.
Yes, hello.
Hello, could you please describe this house or structure?
Okay. Yeah, I see the house which shaped as a duck. I think I watched this video, this house video. It's kind of on TV. I think it's a kind of hotel or inn. To attract customer, the owner built this kind shape of house, duck house. And I see two windows on the second floor, and first floor is almost, I think it's a garage or something. It's almost empty. And I see the ladder, the tail side of this house, and maybe duck head side of this house could be the third floor, or kind of attic. I forgot the word. Anyway, the third floor or attic. Oh, and I see some board is written something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a dog, doesn't it?
Yes.
A very strange dog. Interesting house. Very interesting. Cute, I guess. Well done. Thank you very much.
You're
Well,
welcome.
we've got a few more houses to do, and then I'm going to take us off into some different images. So we're back to Omar. Omar, I've got a different house for you here. Could you describe this one, please? Again, imagine we're blind and we can't see it. Go ahead, please.
See around this, and I see one bedroom, I think, above the house, and I see two small trees, in front of, and I see very small trees on the window, or in front of the window, and I see two doors, garage, and I'm very keen, very to have the same. The house is very
Thank you very much. Okay, and the next house right here. Again, a Russian gentleman. You didn't speak before. Would you like to have a turn this time? I don't know your name because I don't read Russian.
Yes, thank you. I was fixing my microphone. My name is Vasily.
Vasily?
Yep.
Okay, well, Vasily, I tell you what, then I will give you 2 minutes this time because you skipped a turn last time. And for the first minute, you can describe this house, and then what I'll do, without warning, at the 1 minute mark, I'll switch the image for you.
Okay, thanks. So it looks like a pretty big house for a large family, and it has a pretty big, I don't know if it's a garage or a separate building on the left.
It looks like a separate building. It might be joined, though. You might have like a little entranceway.
So the roof is covered with some nice-looking tiles, and it looks like the sides of this house are covered with some siding. It looks like a pretty large lot, and has some trees and nice cut grass, and the grass looks like it's pretty old, so maybe the house was renovated recently, because it looks like pretty new, but it's pretty large, and maybe something was added to this house recently. Maybe the second building, I don't know.
It could be.
What's on the roof? I don't know. Oh, it looks like a small abandoned cabin, or maybe it's not even a house. It looks like more like a shed or a barn.
What we might say dilapidated.
Yes, it's pretty old, and it seems like it was abandoned a long time ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, abandoned and in a state of disrepair.
Yep. So, and the overall exterior looks like
Thank you.
There is no people there.
I'd agree. I'd agree. Well, thank you, Vasily. That was very good. So, yeah, looking at the first structure, we can see the main part of the house that has a solar roof on it, and a garage. We can't tell if it's connected, but it looks like there might be an adjoining hallway joining the two structures. Odd, but that's the way it is. And yes,
maybe it's even a workshop, not
could
a garage.
Be. And that, yes, this other structure looks like it's been abandoned for decades, for sure.
Yep, definitely.
All right, thank you very much. Well, V, it's back to you, and look at this fine structure you have to describe this time. Go ahead, please.
Yes, there is a beautiful villa in a garden, and surrounded there are so many trees. In the house, there must be a big TV because of the antenna um, on the top, of the roof. The house is very pretty because it is decorated by the white color, by white painting, and leading to the house there is a staircase, and you can step on that. Mm, and the window is installed by glasses, and there are some one or two, maybe five or six windows, so we can guess 2 or 3 bedrooms in the house. And I like the roof because
Thank you. Yeah, we can see this house. It's in need of some repair as well. The roof needs a little bit of work. Some of the tiles need some work as well. But well done. Yes, it's kind of a cute little home, isn't it?
yeah.
All right, so getting ready for another round where the images look a little different. So let me get back to my screen and we can see who is next. We have, again, to Zach. I couldn't hear you earlier. Are you there? You waste to listen to the class and not participate. All right, we'll go to Salvatore again. Salvatore, look at this image here. Can you describe it for me, please?
Yes, okay. In this picture, I can see some toys for the children. There are a nice mouse. There are a funny car. There is a funny car and a funny lion and other kind of toys. I can see also probably is a video game, and it could be the toys in the shop where family go there to buy the toys for their children. And there is a dinosaur probably.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur, yes.
Okay, so again, let me describe it for you guys so you can hear how I might describe it. So here we have an assortment of toys, a collection of different toys. We have some very classic toys, such as the truck in the front. It looks like the kind of toy that every generation has had to play with. We have Mickey Mouse, we have some other stuffed toys, but we also have some little creatures. I don't know what they are to the right, but they look like they're from some sort of cartoon. And we have an electronic device. Behind that we have the classic Barbie doll. Okay? Now, even there I didn't describe the colors, right? So colors and sizes, these are all important things. All right, so I'll pick a different image here, and then this is a great image. I love this image. All right, so let's see, Salvatore, you had a turn. So Rebecca, it's your turn. Can you describe this image, please?
Okay. There are some cars pretending and they are in a road, you know, with some obstacles. Of course, the cars are safe, and they are tracks, for my opinion, and it's like a parade of them. The obstacles are are made of wood and stone. Wood and stone. stones. And this parade, it takes place in a field. So it's so
Thank
annoying.
you.
I don't know who is the owner of the telephone, but it's very annoying, please.
Well, if you had have listened at the beginning of class, the sound that you hear is a signal that your time is up.
Ah, sorry, okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know
so
that.
when you hear that sound, it's to let you know your time is up instead of me just rudely interrupting.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Okay. So on this image here, we see, yes, a collection of classic toys. Some are made of metal, some rubber. The bridge itself is made of what looks to be broken cement and wood and all sorts of things. So it's a very interesting photo. Very interesting. All right, thank you very much. Next we have, well, let's more. You know what? Let's stick with these toys. Ah, here we go. Here's a toy. That's a real toy. All right. Natasha, could you describe that toy for us, please?
Okay, but looking at this photo, I would like to say that it's not like a car toy, it's like a real car, but maybe it's a collection car which imitates the real car, but only small size. We can see we can see nice black car with beautiful beautiful light in front on these toys, and I don't know, it's maybe sedan. This car is like like a sedan for our real cars, and I don't know. It's a beautiful a toy for especially for boys because it's can image them for their beauty games.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, but it is very much a toy, maybe for adults, but we still consider them our toys. There's an expression: the difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. So, yeah, very good. Yes, this is I believe this is a Mustang, a classic car that's been modernized. Well done. All right, and we have another car here, but it's not looking so good. Carlos, can you describe this image for us, please?
Sure. I think that could be a Japanese car, red color, with aluminum wheels, who was involved into a front end accident. It could be because he was driving so fast. The photo car was taken into the garage because the client is waiting to repair the car. The airbag, I can't see the airbag, so maybe it wasn't working. And on the front of the car, I can see the radiator is totally destroyed, but the wheels are in good conditions. So it was a medium accident. It's not so important. It wasn't important. Okay.
Thank you very much. So yeah, it is a damaged car. I can't tell whether it's Japanese or not at this point. All the vehicle identifiers are gone. But it looked to be like it was a sporty model. All right, let's go for something a little different here. Aka, could you describe this image, please?
Okay, one man, I think he's in the hospital or probably in the hospital or sports gym or something, and he's checking his, I think his blood circulation on his body. To check that, he is kind of riding on a bicycle type machine, and he's, how can I describe it? He lowering the pedal of the bicycle, and And there's a lot of sensor on his upper body, and he kind of the sensor to check blood pressure is on his probably left hand, and the nurse is beside, or doctor is beside him, and he sees.
Thank you very much. So yeah, you're right. This is some sort of medical examination. Perhaps he's having a physical, right?
Yes.
They're hooking up a bunch of sensors to him to measure, I guess, his heart, his respiration, and who knows what else. And the woman there, she's dressed to look like some sort of lab assistant or a doctor. All right, terrific. Well, guys, this is our third round. This time, you guys have 2 minutes to describe what you see. You guys have done well. Remember to use color, to use size, and describe what you see with detail. So with this image here, I'm going to go back to Omar. And Omar, could you please describe this image? Remember, you've got 2 minutes. If this was a novel, they might describe this in a matter of 3 pages, describing how it looks, what might be happening. Be creative. Are you ready? Omar, you've got 2 minutes. All right, I guess Omar's not there or having trouble. So let's see. Vasily, would you like to describe the image there?
Okay. So it looks like an operation room, and it's been prepared for the operation. We see 2 doctors. They prepare, how to say it, something like an operational bench for patient to lie on. And on the right, there is a doctor who looks like anesthesiologist who prepares some medications, anesthesiology. There are a lot of displays, maybe to show some shots or photographs of patient, and maybe to monitor the operation. And on the left, there is a shelf with a lot of compartments. I don't know what are they for. Maybe it's for some medications. And on the top, there are 2 or 3, even 3 large lights that help doctors don't know to see better.
What else?
It's a pretty large room, so it looks like there are maybe it will be even more doctors when the operation will start.
Could be. Let me hear you say the word doctors.
Doctors.
Let me hear you say the word lights.
Lights.
Large.
Large.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, let me see. Zach is typing, but I wonder if he has his microphone hooked up.
Yeah. I was away. I'm sorry. And here I am. I had a duty. I should finish.
Okay. Well, welcome back to us. Is that a French accent that I hear?
No, it's not a French accent. It's Israeli accent.
That's weird. I almost sounded a bit of French there. Well, welcome. Are you in Israel right now?
Yes, in Tel Aviv.
In Tel Aviv. Well, welcome to our class. Then this is perfect because you're actually next. Well, I've got V, but since you've missed a few, I'll go ahead and give you a chance, and then I'll go back to V. So what we're doing here is we're describing the images that we see with as much detail. Imagine that the people you're describing the image to are blind. So you want to describe the color, the size, the setting, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do so. Are you ready?
Yeah, I will try, yes.
All right, go ahead, please.
What I see is doctors, people with white dressed white clothes. They are staring at a thing, at something. I don't know what it is actually. There's also a computer, a screen, and a keyboard with a scalp on the table. I think
Skull.
Scalp. Okay, skull. Yeah. I think they are examining something and write their ideas. One of the person write down their conclusions. I think. There is a black circle on the screen that I can notice. I try to figure out what they are holding in their hands, but I can't. There is one male and 2 females. One of the females holding a paper, a notebook, and a blue pen. What else? The room looks like white, painted with white color. There is I think a window, and light comes out from the outside, so it might be a daylight. They're not talking.
Thank you very much. By the way, when you hear that sound, that does mean your time is up.
Ah, okay.
So very good. Yes, we see, obviously this is a stage setting. We see either research assistants or students, and they're looking at something. One is taking notes. We don't really know what's going on, but very good job there describing it. And the skull, let's hear you say that word again.
Skull? S-K-U-L-L?
Yep, skull.
Oh, skull.
Perfect. Excellent. All right, and I see David has joined us too. Don't worry, David, you will get some time to speak. I'm going to V now. V, you have 2 minutes, and let's get something a little more interesting here.
Interesting. Oh my God.
There we go.
Yeah, this is the machine. I think that is the combination of a multitasking machine that you can dry the eggs, and you can grill a hot dog. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 stories in this machine, and in the last is the last part. We can cook rice with noodle, the yellow noodle, and on the top of that there is a slice of hot dog, and in the second story, a dried egg, and in the front, on the top of the machine, that is, I guess, there must be a bread, a kind of bread or a sandwich, and with this machine, it is very useful because you just put everything into one, and after 1 or 2 minutes, you can have a full meal for your lunch, for your dinner, and on the elevation of the machine, there are 2 buttons, one in red and another in green. So there must be there are two conditions, one in cooking and another is warming, and on the top, I think there's the cap of the machine with something like a teeth, like teeth of people in front, and there is.
Thank you. So what this is what we would consider a multi-purpose appliance.
This one, multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose. It means it does more than one thing, whereas if we look at this image here, we see a single-purpose appliance. It makes toast.
Yeah.
And
so
only toast.
Yeah. At least I use the word multitasking machine.
Yeah, well, it's... I wouldn't say that it's multitasking. I'd say it's multi-purpose.
Right? Multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose means it has the ability to do more than one things. Multitasking means it is doing multiple things at once, and it's more something you would use to describe a computer or a person.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this machine.
I think it's fake. Yeah, it's fake if I look at it correctly.
Oh, really?
All right. Well, thank you very much, V. And we're going to go back to Rebecca. So, Rebecca, can you describe this scene here? And be as descriptive as you like. Even make up some stuff if you like. Be creative. Go ahead.
Well, we can see two multi-purpose appliances to make breakfast, you know. One is to make toast and a kettle to boil water, to get hot water to make a coffee or a tea. It's a good design. It's modern design with silver mixed with the gray, and they look very nice, and those appliances, it sounds to me like they are expensive. I'm not sure because I didn't buy it some for ages, but it looked like that, and both work with electricity. I can see it. So, well, they are the kind of appliance we can find in a kitchen these days. And the kitchen looks as well as far as can see, very nice as well. So I can see some herbs behind the kettle. It looks like parsley, I'm not sure. And beside the toaster is the sink.
Very good. Yes, we have. These are single-purpose devices, but we see multiple ones of them. So the kettle only boils water. The toaster only makes toast. So we call them multi-purpose.
Just appliance, no multi-purpose.
No, not multi-purpose. Think of multi-purpose. It means it has how many things can it do? Well, boiling water.
Different purpose, of course. Yeah, this is a single purpose, so it's a device.
Well, let me show you something. I have a kettle in my house, and I want you to tell me whether you think it is a multi-purpose or not.
And what's the difference between appliance and devices?
Just a minute. Let me show you this here. So you see my kettle here.
Yes.
And it's got lots of buttons.
Different. Okay, different features.
Options. Yeah. So it's still boiling water, but it can do 160 degrees. It can do 200 degrees. It can do a boil to black. Different types of tea require different types of temperatures, but it's still a single-purpose device. It just has multiple options.
Okay, I get it. But what's the difference between an appliance and a device?
Well, a device is more of a vague word. Almost anything can be a device that has a function. A stove can be a device. A calculator can be a device. Your computer is a device. Things you hook up to your computer are devices.
Yes.
They have, now, if I hook something on my computer, it's more of the proper term would be a peripheral. That provides more details. And what provides more details than a peripheral would be a memory storage device. And you see, the more descriptive you are, the more people know what you're talking about. Now, sometimes you really don't know what it is, so that's why you use the term device.
Okay, yeah. What, you don't have a specific name for it.
Yeah, or you might not know its purpose. In technology, when we're describing things and we're talking about, and we don't really care what it is. So, for example, in information technology, we describe multiple devices that we work with. The key point we're trying to get across is not the actual types of devices, but the management of those. Appliances, generally, we will refer to it as things within the house, like washing machines. But again, in technology, we use the term appliance now as well. So I don't want to get into that. It can get rather complicated. But for the average person, when you think of appliance, they think of home appliances. Devices could be almost anything.
Yeah. Okay. And what about those options you were talking about your kettle? Could I use as well the word features? My kettle has some different features.
Well, I'm sorry. I need to move on to somebody else because I'm going to run out of time.
Okay.
But because I've given you a lot of time describing, I've got to go on to Natasha now. So, Natasha, let's see what I can come up with for you. Oh, let's try this one here.
Okay. On this picture, we can see some for cooking food. And so, as a rule, they are used on every kitchen, maybe. These devices are made from plastic or color from plastic or from silver metal, like as aluminium, maybe. And some of them are use electricity, but maybe all of them use electricity. Well, we can see, for example, a microwave, a roaster, maybe a kettle, electric kettle for boil water, and this water we can use for making tea or coffee. Also, we see mixers, juicer, and oh my gosh, saucepan for cooking, but it's faster cooking something food like maybe a chicken or a cereal or other meat. So mixer very useful for everybody, because by this device we can very fast make a dough or juice or cereal for our future cooking. Okay.
So yeah, we do see a lot of appliances here, and you did a very good job of describing them all. It's almost like you did it as a challenge. So well done. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to change things up a little bit. Let's see, something a little different. Let's do this one here. All right, and by the way, guys, just in case I noticed there weren't any classes in the afternoon, very few classes, so I went ahead and just broadcast a class in about, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14. In 4 hours, I've got a conversation class. Each student will take turns we'll have a conversation. You'll get about 2 minutes each. And if it's a full class, then you'll probably have about 5 minutes of talk time. If not, you might get as much as 10. So I just posted that link there. Currently there's 9 seats available, and that's for 4 hours from now. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left, and we're going to have a chance to get through everybody. David, could you describe the image that you see there, please?
Sure. This is a picture of, or a poster of a movie. And the movie is about 2 young lovers, and the movie is about space, and the space or something like Star Trek, kind of that sort. In the poster, we have on your right, you have the planet Earth, and which is in a small version, and on the other side we have a different planet. It's maybe it's Mars. It's a very orange planet. And then if you go in the middle we have the 2 main characters. On the left, we have the young, handsome, muscular guy, and next to him we have this beautiful woman. She has dark hair, dark long hair. She has very nice features, big eyes, small nose, and kind of generous mouth. And she has a very good figure. She's very skinny, and she seems very attractive, but also she's very she has a very strong appearance, like she's tough. And on the right, on the left, we have a ship. Looks like a Star Trek ship. It's not a conventional space ship. It's a 2-layer ship. On the top is bigger than the one on the bottom, and I think it's a very attractive, appealing poster. I think I would like to go and see this movie.
Thank you. Yeah, very good that it actually is a movie, and it's actually a very good movie. It's called Jupiter Ascending.
Oh, Jupiter. I thought it was Mars. I didn't see the rings around it.
Well, it's that hugeness of it. You can see all the swirling clouds, and that's very indicative of what Jupiter is. So, well done. All right. Don't worry, everyone's going to have time. Carlos, could you please describe that image, please?
Sure. This famous actor, I think it's a poster of another movie. It's the same person with different pictures. In the front of the first one, the more bigger, it's wearing glasses, black glasses, and a white sheet and a black jacket. In the right side, I can't see the same person. He had without it's a collar, no, sorry. On the right side, I can see the same person with a gun in the back. It's a rifle.
That would be the left side, or maybe you guys are seeing it on the reverse of me.
No, I see in the left. Sorry about that. He got a leather jacket with black color, and he's walking. And in the back of the picture, I think there is a city. It's a big city, and in the top of the picture could be a planet or something like that. It's a relationship with a city without person. I think he's living alone in the city, and he's in the air. He's got an air ring in the right side in the head. It's got a ring in the hair, the air, and he's got two black leather jacket.
Yep, so very good, and that's actually Will Smith there. And it's kind of a collage of him in 3 different roles. One, Men in Black, Independence Day, and I'm not sure of the other one, but thank you very much, Carlos. All right, this image here, and bear with me here because I'm starting to go blind. Makes me, there we go, Aka. Aka, could you please describe this image?
Yes, this is Jack Sparrow and Pirates of Caribbean, and Johnny Depp is rolling this role. And she said this how can I say, image came from Keith Richards. You know, like Keith Richards, he has a long hair and kind of bandana. I'm not sure this how can I say, bandana on the head, kind of and some how can I say, and he makeup eyeline. He has some makeup on his face, and he's on the kind of pirate ship. And what else? And I see some jewel. I mean, kind of, I don't know how to call it, kind of jewel like something on his head, from his head.
They're more like beads, aren't they?
Yeah, beads.
Jewels.
Yeah, right. And he has beard and mustache. Yes. And what else? I see the ocean behind him, and large ocean, probably Caribbean Sea. Yeah.
The ocean looks calm.
Yes, it looks calm. Yes. So.
Anything else?
Anything else? I see chains behind him. Maybe chain prevent the people, you know, to drop from the ship.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I see chains, you know, this chain to prevent from people dropping from this ship.
Yep, to fall away.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So that is the character Jack Sparrow.
Right.
Well, guys, we're coming to the end of another class. I'd just like to make a couple of announcements. So as I said earlier, I do have a conversation class starting in 4 hours. The whole purpose of this class is for you guys to talk. The first round, you'll spend a minute talking with me. The next round after that, you'll have 2 to 3 minutes to talk to another student. And I'll let you guys decide. You can either have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 4 minutes to talk to the other student. The topics we can talk about, well, that's completely up to you. I won't be setting the topics. Sorry, let me stop sharing. So the whole purpose of the class is just to get you guys to talk. So if you do come to class, I suggest coming to class with an idea of what to talk about. Maybe something fun. It's the weekend. Something humorous. Something that you enjoy doing. Okay? So I think I've still got, well, how many seats do I have left? I think I've got like 6 seats left. Yep, I've got 6 seats left. And I have opened up a bunch of classes for this coming week. Now, unfortunately, I have a day job, so I can't offer this time. So they're mostly in the evening, so it's probably around midnight Europe, and you know, around Italy and so. But in North America and South America, it's a kind of a perfect evening time. So I've got a few of those classes there. Does anybody have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Wow. Oh, now we've only got 4 seats available. So if you're interested, grab a seat now.
I just joined the seat, one of the seats.
Excellent. The only reason I just did that now is I kind of looked, I thought there's 3 hours where there's no classes, and at that point I put my son to sleep, so otherwise I'd probably take another class. I love the conversation classes. They are a lot of fun. So it's not so much about grammar or pronunciation, it's about trying to relax and just practice having a conversation in English with a native English speaker and your fellow students. So with that being said, we've got about a minute left, guys, so I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to class tonight. I know we had a few technical difficulties with some, but that's the nature of internet classes. As you are students of mine, what I generally do is when I go ahead and book other classes, I will send out a note letting you know, hey, here's a class, so it gives you an opportunity. But that's it. Class is now over. If you have any other classes, you've got a minute to get there. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye now.